Art is really important because it shows how people express themselves, and it makes you feel like more inspired and you could see a bigger picture.
Pacific Standard Time LA is a huge initiative all across Southern California. More than 70 exhibiting institutions, all focusing on Latino and Latin American art at the same time.
It's really cool. I think it's a great opportunity, and that seeing all of this, it's really inspiring.
The students are feeling inspired because they're learning about something for the first time. I'm seeing light bulbs go off in their heads. Like, I can see their excitement. The students, a lot of them are still lacking sort of that foundation. I wanted them to learn these stories that belong to them, and what I'm seeing already is that they're making connections to today.
It makes me feel empowered because it's like Chicano power, and I think that we need a lot more of that in mainstream media.
I think it's very important that certain landmarks, certain places, certain events should keep the historical significance for the new generation.
The Getty Foundation gave grants to the LA Promise Fund to develop professional training programs for teachers and student and family visits to the exhibitions, and fund the Student Art Challenge.
I heard about Pacific Standard Time LA from the LA Promise Fund through an email saying we're looking for applications for grants, and I thought this would be amazing for my students. The grant that I wrote was for these pots that my students would make, and they would research Latin American countries and then base the design and the art on that country for their pot.
We would add clay onto an armature, and then we would tie a rope around it and then put the clay, have it stay together, and we would cover it with slip and then carve into it and make the designs.
This is a huge scale that we're working on. The funds we got from PST LA, the LA Promise Fund, and the support we got, without that, my students would not have had this experience.
I think it's important because I would have never done anything like this. I would have just done my everyday things, gone out and just lived, but I got to do something cool.
It helped me be more open with myself.
I think some of my kids really grew up with it. They are wanting to be American kids, and they feel like they want to be different, and they don't necessarily all embrace some of their own culture. And so what was exciting with this project was seeing my students really get into looking at different Latin American cultures, and it seemed like a real sense of pride when they were doing their research.
It feels amazing just knowing that a small project could go so far. Words could mean many things, but artwork, you could see it in many different ways, not only one, but in thousands of ways.
I think the arts are important. They give my students incredible critical thinking skills, the ability to look at things from a different point of view. They make for a very well-rounded person.
I've learned from the skills I've learned here about trying new things and then also coming together as a group.
The collaboration, I think, is really unprecedented. We raised the bar really high for everyone, and everyone jumped over it. I hope that everyone, including students, comes away from this initiative with a greater understanding of our heritage and the importance and greatness and diversity of Latin American and Latino art.
Just knowing that I could be part of showing what Latino is more about and having a part to express it more is actually an amazing thing.